Dans
Good morning, everyone. Hello and welcome. Sorry, I totally got distracted. Hello, Dragon Dancer. It's 9:25 a.m. here in Northern California, so it is. It's morning here. I know it's like noon time for some peoples, but hello, welcome to another ramble and a babble and a little tarot. Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into it for sure. Well, hello, Jade. Welcome. Can I just tell you, uh, well, I did shuffle, I did do the thingies, and here we go. Today we're talking about the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Coins reversed in reverse. But so I try when I know a person, an artist, an author that I really enjoy, that I want to support, when I know they're coming out with new work, I try to set some money aside so I can invest in when it comes out. Well, there's an astrologer that I follow that I love his work, and so he came out with a new book, and so I got it. I got it the other day because I was prepared for it. Um, to show my support and to learn, because it's an amazing tome. And tell me, like, they released it on Amazon. I don't know if there's anywhere else to get it. But Amazon, don't get me started, but I'm going to start a little bit. So the book is massive. It's huge. It's a big book. And it's not a hardcover, okay? So they sent it in their, their bubble wrapper, their bubble mailers, their bubble wrappers. Oh my God. Their bubble mailers. But they put this book in an even bigger bubble mailer. So it has a lot of space to move, right? No protection. It's just the book in the mailer. And so that book's like, traveling to me, getting tossed around. The spine was broke. The spine was all jacked up. The cover was jacked up. And this happens all the time. The cover was jacked up, unfortunately. And I'm like, my dudes, I saved for this. I paid for this new. I expect to receive it in new condition. This is not acceptable. And so now they're sending me a replacement, and I'm like, okay, I'll take that. That's fine. But like, you can't promise me that it's not going to, like, how, you know what I mean? It's like, you can't promise you're going to send it the same way. Therefore, like, it's most likely going to come damaged, and I'm not paying for, like, you know what I mean? Like, I save for this stuff, and I want to, if I'm going to buy something new, I want to experience it new. If it's going to have spine damage, it's going to be for me. Like, I want to do that. Like, if the cover is going to be coming apart, like, that's my responsibility. That's mine, right? So yeah. So yeah, that's, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, it's just unfortunate that they would rather replace, you know, a book that's not necessarily cheap, um, over and over, instead of just packaging their stuff right. So weird. Um, it's Michael A. Bryan. Uh, it's his the Oraculos Complete Astrology Series, Volume 2, Horary Astrology and the Natal Promise, a concrete guide to astral divination. Yeah, it's huge. It's like well, including like the index and everything, it's over 600 pages. So it's big and heavy and can be a weapon. But yeah, the spine's all messed up. The covers like kind of peeling apart. Uh, and it's just frustrating. Uh, I don't know if you do. You might. He's awesome. He's wonderful. The way he speaks of astrology, the way he teaches, like, I adore him. I love the way he communicates, the way he articulates stuff. I don't know. I just love it. Um, I love it. And so, yeah. Okay. All right. So let's get into today's card, today's point of discussion. So as I was shuffling, and again, I do that thing, I shuffle. I'm like, okay, what do we need to talk about today? What needs to come up? What do we need to discuss? What questions arise? Like, what's going on, right? What conversations can we have? And the Five of Coins pops up. The Five of Coins pops up in reverse. And recently I've started to explore this card a little more because, like, it's simply in simplistic form, you can say, "Oh, upright, they're struggling, they're moving towards the right, so they're kind of walking through that struggle." But if you think about it more, maybe they're just struggling. They're not walking through it. They're just kind of continuing to struggle. And so, sure, the initial perception of struggle is there, but maybe in reverse, I've started to think about it in a different way. In reverse, it's like, yeah, there is a struggle, but we're addressing it. So we're not taking that struggle with us, moving forward with it. We're actually we're what is the term? What am I trying to say? We're investing into the struggle right now. We're investing into the cause of it. We're investing into getting better, right? We're looking at how to shift this from being a struggle experience. Does that make sense? And so in reverse, the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Coins, it does sort of signify this sort of pivotal shift. And again, coins, pentacles, we have mundane earth element, resources, physical body, the money, right? All kinds of like physical, tangible things. And so the Five of Pentacles in reverse, it does mark this sort of shift from hardship to healing. So it's like we recognize we're going through it. We recognize like, yeah, I can tell that like I'm barely hanging on. I understand that I'm going through something. But then it's this sort of it's that light bulb moment where you know what? I have to do something about this. I have to get help. And so again, everyone's different. Everyone's situation's different. So maybe it's like, you know what? I'm really, really hurting right now. And I need to talk to a professional, whether it be a doctor, a psychiatrist, a therapist, whatever it is. I don't know. But like we have that moment where it's like, I need help. I can't do this alone. I don't need or want to, and I shouldn't do this alone. Let me seek the outside help. So there's that pivotal shift when the Five of Wands, oh my God, Five of Coins reverse pops up for us when we are like, it's time. It's time to get that help. It's time to address this. It's time to shift. I don't want to struggle anymore. I'm tired of struggling, but I can't keep doing the same shit and thinking that, hey, it's gonna be different today. No, no, bitch, we gotta change. And so it's that shift from that hardship energy, that challenge, that friction, that frustration into I'm open to healing. I'm open to addressing. It is again, it's kind of like it is a beacon of hope. It does state sort of like potential recovery from again financial struggle or poor health or mundane frustration, like physical stuff that's not going that great. It does say that there is a shift. There is a shift. I am ready. I'm not trying to run away and cover up or band-aid a situation. I am exploring what is going on, getting to the root cause, and I'm going to work with healing this. Yeah. And it is about the light at the end of the tunnel and the first steps towards regaining stability. Wouldn't you say? And I like that about this. I like that sort of new, or the added layer to this. Um, and so we are shifting from loss to recovery. And I think, like, if we're talking about money, yeah, if we're talking about bank account and finances, financial planning and management, like that's something that might be that if we can find, if we can start, finding resources for that, that would be great for us. So we might start with like assessing our financial health and creating a budget that sort of prioritizes essential expenses, when we say like, oh, I'm broke, I was talking with a friend about this yesterday. Broke is I can't afford the essentials. Broke isn't I can't afford the fifth car. I can't afford the latest model of the iPhone. I can't, that's not broke. That's a different type of thing, right? I don't have the resources, but I still have like the last model of the iPhone, whatever it is. I don't know. But like broke, like literally broke is I don't have the necessary resources to live. I can't pay my rent. I can't pay these bills. You know what I mean? And so, like, to say that we're broke and we're not, like, I think it's a slap in the face to the people who are, and who are struggling. So, like, we don't need to relate on that. I'm not trying to be rude, but like, we don't need to relate on that level. So if someone is like, I'm broke, I don't have this, and don't say, oh yeah, I understand. I'm broke too. I can't get my $700 Sephora order in like I normally do every month, right? And they're like, oh no, I can't afford toilet paper. Like that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So like the solution for us is to again begin by assessing what we're working with, figure out what we can invest in and what we need to remove. And so sometimes like with this, the five of coins reverse, maybe it's like, you know what, I don't need Netflix. First of all, Netflix is just getting worse. Like there's just anyways, I don't need the Netflix subscription, the Mac subscription, the AMC Plus subscription. I don't need TV. I might need internet, for like, at the end of the day, we might need that for sure because business, right? That might be business. And also we might need it to connect, right? Connect to people. That could be mental health. So that's something to be, mindful of. That's something we might have to like have. Um Yep, I've been broke. Now I'm on a budget. Totally. Yes, exactly. 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 Thank you for that. Yes. So I'm trying to express like yes. And so, and then when we start to have enough, when we start to kind of come out of that, it very well could be beneficial if within our budget to consult a financial advisor if necessary. If necessary. Um to help us map out a strategy to recover from the financial setbacks. It really is, honestly. Like some of us, like I have to have it. Like I have it on my phone and I can get some things done, but like I can't like the work that I do, like I require having a full on setup. Like I have 3 monitors. I have to have it. Like that's just the work that I do. I can't get it all done from a phone. So that's something that we have to be mindful of as well. And so, yes, when we talk about this aspect of the Five of Coins, Five of Pentacles reversed, financial planning and management may be something that we start to consider. Another thing is, health and wellness initiatives, like focus on improving our physical health through, again, maybe regular exercise, maybe a balance, like a nutritional diet, whatever that means for each and every one of us. It will look different for every one of us, you know. I can't tell. I mean, I know what works for me, and what works for you might be different, and that is okay. That is okay. And so, getting more rest. Again, if we've been neglecting maybe medical advice or postponing healthcare appointments, now is the time to take action and prioritize our well-being. And so when the Five of Coins reverse pops up, if this is a part of the struggle, our health, this is a time, or you know what? Let's break it down. Let's start focusing on what we can do. And I will be honest with you, like for me, it's a constant struggle, because I got the diabetes. But it is a constant struggle because I want to eat certain things and I can allow myself to have certain things, but it's still not great. It's still not good for me. It's not going like what it does in my body, and what it does to my body is not going to be the same as someone who doesn't have the diabetes. So yes, it might still spike our blood sugar, like, but what it does to you if you don't have it is going to be different than what it does to me. Yeah, it will do a similar thing as in spiking our blood sugar, but then that's not good for me. Not that it's great for you, but it's different. Does that make sense? And so when this card pops up in reverse, it's saying, let's take that's something we can control. Let's do something about it. And so sometimes we started with walk a little bit for health. Like it's like, okay, I can walk, I can exercise that way. And then when I feel a little more like ease into it, like good about that, then boom, I started doing like a little more intense cardio. And then, lifting weights, little steps. I don't have to do the max starting now, and I have to be okay with that. I choose to be okay with that, right? And so that's something that we consider with the Five of Pentacles reversed as well, the health and wellness aspect of it. So making sure to take care of our body, making sure to, whether whatever it is with exercise, whatever it is with nutrition, whatever it is with our rest, our again, meditation's great as well to help our mental faculties. Another thing about this aspect of the card is personal development and education. This very well could be learning that the solution is investing in skills and education that can enhance our ability to work for ourselves or get a job or provide new income opportunities. Does that make sense? And I'll be honest with you, that's kind of what I'm doing. That's where I'm at right now. Like I'm saving, I'm working, I'm hustling to focus on really investing into the herbal, like the herbal side of my praxis, my business. And so I'm going to eventually be taking courses and training into becoming, going up to a clinical herbalist. Like I do want that because first of all, healthcare, scary. So the more that I know, the more that I understand, I'm not going to be replacing other stuff, but like the more that I comprehend, um the more that I comprehend, the better I am to serve the basic needs or health and wellness of my community. And so that's something that's important to me. And so the other aspect of this is again personal development and education. This might be the time to invest yourself into building skills or perfecting skills or getting new skills and educated to enhance the way you get a job and work or make money. And so again, it could be workshops, it could be taking online courses or reading books related to your field. Focus on growth. And again, you don't have to buy books, go to the library if you have one. You can do that. That's something that you can do. And so focus on growth that can lead to financial and personal recovery, right? Um, I feel that I really need some kind of basic tech. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a lot. It's a lot. But you can see just with this bit of the card, that's kind of it gives us a lot to work with, a lot to think about. So there's that. This card also reminds us the importance of community and support. So when reversed, the Five of Coins, the Five of Pentacles encourages us to accept help and reconnect with those around us. It's a call to recognize that isolation can be overcome by reaching out and embracing the support available to us. I think that's a huge I I I've talked about this for years, and that's a huge thing that is lacking is community, the sense of connection. We are a lot even on social media, uh, especially how it has transformed, progressed, there is isolation, there is a lack of connection, a lack of depth, a lack of feeling, right? We get so caught up in our everyday lives and we think we're connecting, but we're just kind of like going through the motions. And so I feel like with this aspect of the card, It's saying, look, we are seeking to heal, we are seeking to better ourselves and better our situation, and that means that we don't have to do it alone. Let's invite our community. Let's take the support. And so some for some, again, no judgment. For some it is, you know if you can, right? If you can, utilize, like, getting on welfare, taking that. Like, and again, I'm not judging, like, not at all. Like, and it's hard. Like, it's hard to, like, there's so many stipulations to get healthcare, to get on welfare, to get, food stamps, or any type of support. They make it near impossible for some people to get that. But if that's the route that you need to take for yourself, your kids, whatever it is, right now, that is an important thing. Don't allow for pride or anything to get in the way. Like, don't be ashamed. Do not ever feel ashamed that you need help. We all need help. We all need help in different ways, in different phases, in different stages of our life. So if that's where you are right now, don't feel ashamed. Don't feel like, oh, think about it as, you know what, this is the stepping stone that I can take right now, that I can use to help, where I am right now. Does that make sense? So, with this part of the card, it is saying, look, let's get support. Maybe it's just, taking help from whatever is being provided. It's like, yes, thank you so much for being of service, thank you for helping. I can use that, I can benefit from that, thank you again. So recognize, and isolation, like, because we're struggling, it doesn't mean that we shouldn't be around people. Just because we're struggling, a lot of times we take that struggle to ourselves, and, like, no, I don't want to go out. And a lot of times it's not because we can't afford it. Sometimes yes, but more so it's like it's a free thing. We can just go hang out, go for a walk, whatever. Like, nah, I'm not feeling it. No, it's important for us to be like, you know what, I need this. I need to get out. I need to, go for that walk. I need to, just go sit and be around people. Let me do that. Let me not isolate. Let me not get in that headspace. Let me figure out what I can do, and let me do that. And so, embracing support and community is another aspect of this card in reverse. And so reach out for support if you need it. So actively seek. And again, this also, for some, can represent like addiction, whatever it is, to food, to substance, to whatever. It can represent an addiction that we're navigating and we're seeking to get help with. And so reach out for support when you need it. Actively seek out support groups, whether online or in the community local, that cater to people who are, facing similar challenges as you, right? And engaging with these groups can provide not only like emotional support, but also like practical tips and resources, help in how to sort of like navigate what you're going through. Not everyone's going through the same thing, but maybe something that they've gone through will help you. So that's something that we have to, be mindful of. Another thing with this card, it could be like, maybe I just need to get out. Maybe I can volunteer somewhere, and contribute to something, so I can be a part of something, and kind of like give me a pet back to that step to enhance my sense of purpose and connection. Maybe I need to look for opportunities to help out in the local spaces. So that could be something as well. That can be something as well. And people who maybe have recently lost someone, or are widowed, or whatever, some people of that nature, maybe, they desire a connection and they don't want to be alone. And so this might be a solution, that, like, this might be something that, hey, I can offer a service, or I can offer to help something where I can, so I can be around people, so I can show up, and I can, get that sort of human interaction that I might need, I want, or I desire. So there's something. Another aspect of this card is to strengthen family and friend relationships within reason. you know Family, like, if you don't want to, don't do it. Like, family is not always the best for us. So But if this is something that's calling to us, then maybe we need to make a conscious effort to strengthen our bonds with family and friends. Maybe we've been a shit friend. Maybe we have been going through our own stuff and we're very, very surface level. Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? But we're not listening. We're not listening, and we're not taking the time to really connect, right? Maybe that's where we're at. Or shit, family member, right? Not just friend, like, oh yeah, whatever, don't talk to you. I care about you, but whatever. Maybe it's time for us to check in. This could be, that sort of aspect of this card. So regular communication, spending quality time together, sharing challenges and successes can help us to feel more supported and less isolated. So that's that aspect of the card. I hope that makes sense. So that might be what we need right now. And also, my last talking point, y'all, is with this card in reverse, it challenges us to use our adversities as stepping stones, fostering a spirit of endurance and adaptability. It teaches us that through hardship, we learn to value our strengths and capabilities, paving the way for lasting security and fulfillment. I mean, we don't have to struggle to appreciate something, but I will also interject that when we do struggle, we can learn to appreciate something. We don't have to, and we shouldn't be like, oh, I'm struggling to learn to, I don't we don't have to put ourselves in this sort of challenging space just to appreciate something. We don't have to do that, but it's more like making the most out of a situation. Does that make sense? um As I told a friend the other day, use that bullshit as fertilizer to grow. Exactly, exactly. Yes. And it's like, you know what? If I'm gonna struggle, if I'm gonna go through it, like I'm going to make the most of it. So yes, I will take it and use it as a lesson. Not that I have to. Does that make sense? I'm not trying to say like, oh, every struggle is a lesson learned. It can be, but like if I'm gonna go through something that's really shitty, I am going to benefit from it. Like I'm going to use it to perfect something. I'm going to like, you know what? I'm not going to just go through this shit for no reason. Like I will make the most out of it. Like okay, that's something. How can I benefit from this? Like how can I use this to my advantage? I am going to win. I am not going to allow for this pain, this trauma, this struggle to just be for naught, right? For nothing. I'm going to use it for something. So I hope that makes sense. Uh, so this aspect of the card sort of teaches us lessons in resilience and resourcefulness. Um, I think that what's really good for us here, and this kind of attaches or is associated with the because this card is associated with the first decan of Taurus, which is Mercury in Taurus, I do believe. Mercury in Taurus. So like adopting a flexible mindset isn't part of this card, and we can see that with Mercury in Taurus. Um, I think that it's important for us to embrace adaptability by learning to adjust our plans and strategies in response to things that start to shift, things that start to change, circumstances that are no longer the same, right? This flexibility can help us navigate life's ups and downs more effectively. And so, one of the lessons here for this card is like, you know what? I'm going to take everything that comes to me, right? The lessons, the experiences, whatever that struggle is, that whatever I'm going through right now, and what I'm going to navigate it. And so that means if I see some block on the road, I'm not going to hit it head on. I'm going to veer off course and then correct and get back on track. And so we are mindful that it is important to adopt a flexible mindset with this. So it's like, okay, yeah, this plan has changed. That's fine. We can do this or we can do that. So it's allowing us to learn how to adapt to whatever situation is arising here. And also to perfect our problem solving skills or to develop our problem solving skills. So when faced with challenges, um, it's important for us to practice breaking down problems into manageable parts and finding solutions. When we do this, it can definitely boost our confidence in handling difficult situations. And so, like, this aspect of the card is like, okay, let's, this is a problem, this is a challenge, this is frustrating, it's huge, it's overwhelming, but you know what? I can break it down into smaller, manageable parts, and let me just start with one thing. Let me go through it, and then I'll reassess after I complete this task, right? Does that make sense? And so I think that's something that we should do a lot more, is because I get overstimulated, y'all. I get overstimulated all the time. It's like, I this is a lot. This, like, I can see the thing in its entirety, and I'm like, oh my, no, 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 no. But when I calm down and I break down these things, I break down the bigger picture into, I'm like, okay, I can do this. And then I feel better because I'm actually doing something to get to the bigger thing, you know? And so that's something that we have to be mindful of with this card when it shows up. Another thing that we can possibly utilize is to cultivate a gratitude practice. I know, y'all. I know. Gratitude, really, one of those. But yes, yes, regularly practicing gratitude can shift your focus, right? From what we lack to what we have. Keeping a gratitude journal or simply reflecting on three things you are grateful for each day can enhance our resilience and overall happiness. It's not toxic positivity. It's not I have to be positive all the time. No, we are who we are. We navigate our emotions as we do. We are allowed to feel great. We are allowed to feel shitty. We are allowed to feel everything in between. So we're not denying or negating any experience we have, any emotion we have, but we are also recognizing that, you know what? I can be grateful for things, and allow myself to sort of get back into a space where I feel good, right? Where I feel like, as I focus on, you know what, I'm grateful for this experience, for whatever experience, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for this. It allows us to set to sort of like remind ourselves we have other things that are going well. Just because we're currently struggling in this sector of our life, it doesn't mean that all sectors of life are struggles, but we can view them as struggles if we're like investing into that sector of life that is struggling so much, where we just take that and we put that filter on everything we do. So if we actually start to have a gratitude practice, we can be mindful, yeah, I am struggling here, but I'm also grateful for all of these other things. And so, yeah, I recognize, like, I'm not struggling everywhere in my life. It's just this sector right here. And as I focus on having gratitude for the other things, I feel a little better. And then I can break down this challenge into smaller bits, and I feel good about it. And I can start, I can start chipping away at it. Does that make sense? And so, yeah. Oh my gosh, this was long. I'm so sorry. I know. I try to keep them short, but like, I just can't. I just talk too much. But I hope that you can take something from this as I wrap this up, y'all. Let me tell you about some good stuff. So that was the Five of Coins, Five of Pentacles in reverse. I hope you can enjoy that. Take something from that. If you know anyone who might get something from it or enjoy it, please share this with them. Send it to them in Messenger. Tag them if you want. Whatever. Let them know. Let them know. But also, I'm having a free giveaway for this month. I will pull the winner at the first week of next month. Donation was three poppets as well as three magical oils, and all you have to do is basically subscribe to my newsletter, which is on Patreon, basically patreon.com/house of Blackthorn. Find me there, free tier. You don't have to sign up for any paid tier. If you want to, you can. I offer a shit ton of stuff. I do spells, ideas, all kinds of the affirmations, intentions, mantras, all the stuff. I do all the things. Every Sunday we get together, we do divination sessions for the week ahead, Monday through Friday, divination videos, all of it, all of it. So, but you don't have to enter the free tier. And that way, like, I can post when we're doing live videos here. It's like, oh, hey, I give you 5 minutes of warning, like, hey, in about 5 minutes I'm going live, here's the link, you got it. So yeah, there's that. I'm also having, I have a pre-order up for my new deck, new Oracle deck, Moonbeams and Monday. Moonbeams and Mondays. So 52 cards, 52 Oracle cards, really cute, really fun. If you want to know how to pre-order that, send me a message. I'll get you the information. I have two options. The first option is the deck itself, and the second option is a kit that actually is going to be really cool. So there's that. I'm doing a lot of things, y'all. Like I told you, I'm ready to get back to school, and I'm gonna do everything I can, everything in my power to make it happen. I'm also opening my books up to taking on clients for either coaching or consulting, either one, for tarot, witchcraft, and astrology, but specifically your natal chart. So helping you, like a conversation with about your natal chart. It's not me reading your natal chart. I will break it down for you and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about, the different placements and all of that. So if that's something that intrigues you, let me know. Okay. I have all the things. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. I really do. Uh, if you do one thing, and just let me know you enjoyed the video. Just let me know that you had fun. I like doing these, and I'll be back tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Wednesday? Okay. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. Thank you so much. I will talk to you soon. Take care.